on today's menu, including 366 against the clock. Competitors have their last encounter with the sand dunes before moving on to the savanna terrain of more Western Africa. It's a fast stage, which might help nobody close the gaps. Well, with few kilometres than the last few days to cover, no pre-dawn starts, but still, early morning, getting ready to roll. Well, the man who surprised everybody on stage 9 was our first-time winner. Jānis Vinters, the Latvian, put his success down to the fact that he wasn't quite so sure he was ahead and so kept attacking, and also he thought perhaps his suspension was just slightly better tuned for how the stage turned out. Today's stage was fast and sinuous according to the roadbook, and not too sandy. No major dune problems, it was all pretty hard going. And Vinters was attacking right from the start. Trailing him, Cyril Desprez couldn't get near him in the dust, and at the first passage control for refuelling, the Latvian was ahead. Desprez was the next man in, but he hadn't made up any ground, and he'd be wondering about what was behind. It's like you're having Bodie Miller out front, he said. Vinters is really going full attack. He's riding at 110%. We're maybe 95, but he's really going for it. And that despite a loose seat, which the Latvian would have to try and tie wrap on. They spend most of their time, even on these pistes, standing, leaning over the front wheel to keep control, but still a loose seat is more than just an annoyance. Well, he won the 450 class for the smaller engined machines. The man who won the stage, our second stage win for the Portuguese, Helder Rodrigues. He won stage 2 in Portugal after compatriot Ruben Faria had won the first counter. And now on stage 10 he was again on top of the leaderboard. A great effort from the Portuguese. He led at every passage control, but in the end the margin of victory showed how fast and short the stage was, just 44 seconds. This is the onboard view from Thierry Bettis, underlining what Cyril Desprez had said about dust on the first leg of the stage. I'm happy to share my second Dakar with you, says the beach racing specialist. Everything's going okay so far. He's having a little moment there, having a lot of fun. A lot of sand this year, my 450's going well. I'm trying to win the category with Honda. Dakar's really motivating me, it's fantastic, he said. We see fantastic things, and I want to say hi to everybody back home watching on the TV.
Donc c'est vraiment motivant, le Dakar, c'est vraiment fabuleux, on voit des choses incroyables. Et bien entendu, je passe un bonjour à toute ma famille qui me regarde en ce moment à la télé.
Well, Bettis, 6th through the stage on his 450, and he was second in that class. Third was the Corsican restaurateur, who'd starred so well on the second stage in Portugal. Michel Marchini, third in the 450 class and 8th fastest overall. Well, despite the rather more forgiving nature of the stage than the last couple of days, there's always the odd tumble. And if you're not seen by a local, you generally get spotted by the cameras. So what about our overall leader? Well, he dropped just 44 seconds to Rodrigues Marcoma, extending his overall advantage just slightly. Certainly seems to be riding his luck, attacking, as Desprez said, probably not right on the limit, but enough to make sure that he maintains his margin. And as for Desprez, third on the stage behind Coma, today again he attacked the Spaniard, But Comer managed to match his pace. The gap between them just 7 seconds. So Debray remains in second place, 54 minutes and 43 seconds behind. And after his woes and those of the other KTM riders, he must be expecting and perhaps believing that Comer can't continue trouble-free all the way to Dakar. Whatever, Cyril Debray said before the start that second to him again would mean nothing. For him, it's win or win. There is no other option. Fifth on the stage was David Castor, 4 minutes 41 behind the leader. He's still third overall, but he's an hour and 15 minutes behind Comer. It really is at the moment between Comer and Debray. Everyone else, it would seem today, on this short stage where no real advantage seemed capable of being gained, trying to preserve their positions. Tomorrow is a liaison day, and then they head towards Senegal and the headlong charge to Dakar. Chris Blais, 7th position. Now he has got a target. He said exactly the same time as Thierry Baptiste, the 450 rider, but he lost 2 minutes and 20 seconds to Castor, who's he's chasing for the final podium spot. Jean de Azevedo, 9th fastest, but that only moved him up from 39th to 36th. It's been a long recovery from him after he lost so much time. He's 10 hours behind, and there you saw him passing Paul Anders Oliverzeta. And again this evening he said this was just a stage to roll through under control. No point crashing now. And it will come as blessed relief to a lot of the privateers. The stage was not so tough. Ludwig Puy says, I'm coming through a village now, I'm not allowed to speed, limits 50 k's, I don't want to get a fine. Nor she should. The girl who crashed out of last year's event with a broken pelvis in her normal life is a police officer. So if anyone's going to obey the speed limits, it's going to be Puy. Confirmation then of the second stage win of 2007 for Helder Rodriguez, the 450 Yamaha, able to match the pace of the bigger KTMs today. 44 seconds ahead of Comer, another few ahead of Debray, so really no change at the top, but it is just those two. An hour behind is third place. Blais still trying to close on Castor. Today, said Helder Rodriguez, I really pushed. The terrain was just how I like it most. 60 k's into the stage when I caught Esteve, I understood that I was going fast and that today could have been a good day for me. So I really pushed as hard as I could. My mechanics worked the whole night and the bike was just perfect, and I'd like to dedicate the stage win to all my mechanics, those who are here and those who are in Portugal as well, who set it up before the rally. Rodriguez really made me laugh, said Castor. I thought that I was going fast, I was really concentrating on the piste, and then suddenly he came past, wow, full throttle, so fast, on the seat, and he even waved to say, hello, thanks for letting me pass. I didn't let him pass, I didn't even see him behind me. I think he left his brain in the tent this morning and just rode flat, flat, flat. Well, today, pretty relaxed pace. The guys in front were pushing hard. I tried to look after the bike, even though it's not a really easy task on this event. Over the next few days, I'll take it easy, see if I can ride my luck to reach the Lac Rose.